You're listening to the Black to Business Podcast, an educational podcast providing Black entrepreneurs with the tools and resources to start and grow their businesses. We chat with vetted Black entrepreneurs, thought leaders, and business owners as they provide tips and resources to help take your business to the next level. I'm your host, Monique T. Marshall. Hey, welcome to the Black to Business Podcast. I'm your host, Monique T. Marshall, and I'm so excited about today's conversation because I'm talking all about decision mastery in transforming your life and your business through strategic choices. I wanted to talk about this because I've been reflecting a lot lately on just how much power our decisions hold. To me, it's so incredible to think that a single choice, whether it's big or small, has the potential to completely alter the course of our lives and our businesses. And oftentimes I think about that saying, if you want to change your life, change your mind. And to me, that means making some decisions. And you know, the funny thing is how life works sometimes. And I remember in my own personal life, this pivotal decision that I made to leave my small hometown of Osceola, Georgia, about 4,000 people, really country, and how I made my way to New York City. Such a stark difference. But I made that decision early on and just thinking about how, had I not made that one decision to take a chance and go for this life that I felt that I wanted, my life could have been totally different. I don't think I would have even been where I am. Black to Business Podcast would not exist had I not made the decision to go to Howard and then from Howard move to New York to pursue my entrepreneurial dreams. This decision changed my life. It changed everything for me, and it honestly set me on the course I never could have imagined. And I want to let you know that decision was not easy. There were moments of doubt, fear, and uncertainty. This small town girl, 18 years old, moving to DC, had never been to DC. The furthest I've been out of the state of Georgia was down the street to Tallahassee or Jacksonville, Florida, because I'm from a town that's near the Florida border. So going from Osceola, Georgia, 4,000 people, small town, everybody knows everybody, kin folks, all of that, to deciding that I wanted to attend Howard University in DC. And the day my parents dropped me off for school was the first time I'd ever been to DC. We didn't do any tours beforehand. So making that decision to want to go to Howard, which opened my eyes to so many possibilities. And then from there, going to New York. So looking back, I wouldn't change a thing because I feel that every decision, every risk I took led me to where I am now and led me to be able to speak to you. So why does this all matter for you as a business owner? Well, let me break it down for you. Your decisions, whether you realize it or not, are the driving force behind your success. They determine the direction you take, the opportunities that you pursue, and ultimately the legacy that you leave behind. So today I want to explore the significance of daily decisions, investing in yourself, believing in yourself, and then embracing change. And we're going to dive into why these choices matter and how they impact your journey as an entrepreneur, and most importantly, how you can leverage the power of decision making to create a life and a business that you've always dreamed of. So let's get ready to level up your decision-making skills, because by the end of this episode, I want you to walk away with actionable insights and strategies that are going to help you make choices that will transform your life and your business. Sounds good? All right, so let's dive into the significance of daily decisions and why investing in yourself is an absolute game changer. So think about your typical day. From the moment your alarm goes off, you're faced with a series of choices, both big and small, that will shape the trajectory of your day, your week, and ultimately your business. Now let's talk about default decisions. You know, those choices we make, whether we realize it or not. Some of us hit snooze on the alarm for the third time, or you're reaching for that sugary snack instead of something that could be nourishing for you, something healthy. So we have all been there. Trust me, I have. But here's the deal. When you operate on autopilot, we oftentimes miss out on the opportunity to take control of our lives and businesses. That's where the intentional decision making comes into play. By being mindful of the choices that we make and then the actions that we take, we can start steering our lives in the direction we want them to go. So it's all about taking ownership and being deliberate in our approach. So whether it's choosing to tackle that daunting task head on or adopting a more positive mindset in the face of challenges. I oftentimes think about the fact that I think I've spoken about this on the podcast before. I've not always been a morning person. Literally, when I was growing up, my people could tell you, if you wake me up out of my sleep, I'm literally fighting. Like, my mom used to send my brother in my room to get me up if we're about to go somewhere and it's morning. I used to come out swinging because do not wake me up out of my sleep. I'm not a morning person. Well, I used to not be. But as I grew and then got older and then business, I realized that I felt more accomplished throughout the day. And I realized that I was getting more tasks done in the early hours. So what happened is I decided to become a morning person. And now I get up super early. My mom always jokes about like I'm a little old lady because if the grocery store is opening at 7 o'clock, I'm in there with the old folks. It's peaceful. It's no chaos. I'm in there at 7 o'clock in the morning. So I made the decision to become an early morning person. And the same thing in my business is I found that I was getting more done in Black to Business. And so I became a morning person. And it's so funny that recently, as you may or may not know, we had some interns this summer. So we were asking them about their experience in Black to Business and how the internship was for them. And I laughed so hard at one individual. She said, Miss Monique is hilarious. She was like, she's such a morning person and I'm not. And I'm like, it's so funny to hear people think that I've always been a morning person, but I haven't always been this way. So it was nice to hear that. But yeah, I've definitely become a morning person because I understand the benefits. I say all that to say we have to be intentional about the decisions that we're making and then also decide that we want to do those things that'll get us to that next level. So now let's get into investing in yourself. Don't forget to invest in yourself. So you want to carve out the personal development, seek out new opportunities for growth, and then you want to surround yourself with people who inspire and challenge you. Because the truth is, the more you invest in yourself, the more equipped you'll be to overcome the obstacles and then seize those opportunities in your entrepreneurial journey. So a few years back, I found myself at a crossroad in my own journey. I had this big dream and aspiration for Black to Business, but I also had this nagging fear that was holding me back. And that fear was putting myself out there or being seen or taking risks. I've always been more comfortable behind the scenes. That's just always been my thing. Every business coach I've had, they're like, you need to put yourself out there. And I knew this, but it wasn't until I decided for myself. So I've always been this behind the scenes person. For me, it was orchestrating things from afar. But deep down, I knew that if I wanted to take Black to Business to the next level, I had to confront that fear head on. So I made a decision that would push me far beyond my comfort zone because I love my comfort zone and we all do. And so for me, I decided to start showing up, not just as a voice behind the microphone, but as a face, a presence, and a leader. And I always think about how for a long time, and still to this day, some people don't even know who's behind Black to Business. So that's something that I'm working on. And for me, it started with small steps like doing weekly Instagram lives where I would share my insights and then I would be able to connect with our audience. And of course, in all of that, I stumbled over my words from time to time, and it was not easy. In fact, for me, it was downright terrifying because I was stepping outside of my comfort zone. But I realized that each live that I got on and I showed up, each interaction, each moment that I was able to be vulnerable, I could feel myself growing stronger and then more confident and more resilient. And you know what? Those uncomfortable moments, they were the catalyst for some of those most significant breakthroughs in my journey. From the fact that we've been able to forge new partnerships to expanding our reach And each step outside of my comfort zone brought me closer to the vision that I have for Black to Business. Outside of my comfort zone looks like me doing more solo episodes. Me being able to put myself out there as a thought leader is definitely something that would not have happened had I not gotten uncomfortable. So, why am I sharing this with you? Because I want you to know that stepping out of your comfort zone isn't just about facing your fears. It's about embracing the growth, seizing the opportunities, and ultimately transforming your life and your business. So my message to you as you navigate your own entrepreneurial journey, remember that every decision that you make, no matter how small, has the power to shape your future. So don't let that fear hold you back. Take that leap of faith, embrace the discomfort, and watch as it propels you towards your dream. Because trust me, the magic happens when you step outside of your comfort zone. Got it? Now let's talk about the importance of independent thinking and assertiveness in decision making. This is a big one, and I wanted to touch on this because it's so powerful to be able to think for yourself, to have those independent thoughts, and then to be assertive in those decisions that you make. As entrepreneurs, it's crucial for us to trust our instincts and have that confidence to stand by our choices. Because after all, the most powerful voice that you can listen to is your own. But it's not just about making decisions. It's about committing to them wholeheartedly and taking decisive action. You see, making a decision is only the first step. It's what you do next that truly matters. By taking action and following through on your decisions, you'll start to see some real progress and then momentum in your business. So let's start by talking about the concept of independent thinking. What does this all mean? So in today's fast-paced world, it's easy to get caught up in the opinions and expectations of others. But as entrepreneurs, it's important that we learn to think for ourselves and, of course, trust our instincts. This means being willing to challenge the status quo, question conventional wisdom, and chart our own course, even when it feels uncomfortable. That's that word again. Think about it. How often do we find ourselves seeking validation or approval from others before we make a decision? Whether it's seeking advice from friends and family or looking to industry experts for guidance, we often rely on external sources to validate our choices. But the most powerful voice you can listen to is your own. Your intuition, your gut instinct, so whatever you want to call it, is the greatest asset when it comes to decision making. It's that little voice inside you that knows what's best for you, even when everyone else is telling you otherwise. So the next time that you're faced with a difficult decision, trust yourself. Listen to that inner voice and have the confidence to stand by your choices, even if it means going against the grain. Now let's talk about commitment and taking decisive action. Because all too often we make the decisions but fail to follow through on them. We get bogged down by the doubt, the fear, and the uncertainty, and we hesitate to take the necessary action to bring our decisions to life. But here's the thing. Success isn't just about making the right decision. It's about taking actions on those decisions and seeing them through to fruition. It's about having the courage and the determination to push through obstacles and overcome challenges, even when the going gets tough. Because trust me, it does get tough. So the next time that you make a decision, ask yourself, am I willing to commit to this choice wholeheartedly? Am I prepared to take decisive action to bring this decision to life? Remember, it's not enough to just make the decision. You have to be willing to follow through on it with unwavering resolve and determination. Because at the end of the day, it's not the decisions we make that defines us. It's the actions we take in our pursuit of those decisions that truly shape our destiny. So trust your instincts, commit to your choices, and take decisive action to turn your dreams into reality. Now let's dive into the snowball effect of small decisions. You know, those seemingly insignificant choices that we make on a daily basis that over time can have a profound impact on our lives and our businesses. Think about it. Every decision, no matter how small, has the potential to set off a chain reaction of events that can lead to significant breakthroughs. Whether it's choosing to wake up 30 minutes earlier to work on your passion project or committing to networking with one new person each week, these small strategic decisions can create positive momentum and propel you closer to your dreams. But here's the thing. Making effective decisions isn't just about taking action. It's about having a clear vision of your goals and your values. Because you see, when you know where you want to go, you can start making those decisions that align with your long-term vision and help you stay on track. So, how can you start making more effective decisions in your own life and business? Well, it all starts with awareness. Take some time to reflect on your goals, your values, and your priorities. And think about, what do you want to achieve? What matters most to you? And once you have clarity on these things, you can start making decisions that move you closer to your objectives. Awareness alone isn't enough. You also need to take that action. So being aware is not going to be enough. You know what you need to do, and now it's time to get into action. That's where actionable steps will come into play. So whether it's creating a decision-making framework, implementing specific strategies, or seeking out support and guidance from mentors or peers, the key is to take consistent, intentional action towards your goals. So my challenge to you is to take some time to think about a decision that you know you need to make to transform your business. It could be something as simple as changing your daily routine or as significant as pursuing a new opportunity. Whatever it is, commit to making that decision and taking action today. Remember, every decision you make has the power to shape your future, so choose wisely and take a bold, decisive action to turn your dreams into reality. Got it? Okay, so before we wrap up, I want to emphasize the incredible impact your decisions can have on your journey as an entrepreneur. It's not just about the choices you make today, but as I mentioned before, the ripple effect they create in the days, the weeks, and the years to come. By proactively assessing your decisions and aligning them with your long-term goals, you have the power to shape your future in profound ways. Think about this. Every decision that you make sets off this chain reaction of events that can either move you closer to your dream or steer you off course. And that's why it's so important to have a moment to reflect on your choices and consider their long-term implications. Are they leading you toward the life and the business that you envision for yourself? Are they in alignment with your values and your priorities? And remember, you are not alone in this journey. We are here to support you and empower you every step of the way. So I'd love to hear your thoughts, experiences, or your insights that you want to share with us. And you can do so by DMing me on Instagram at black2business, or you can email me directly at hello@black2business.com, because your feedback and contributions are invaluable to our community. And I can't wait to continue this conversation with you. This was a short one, but a good one, because I want you to get into action and take some time to really sit down and reflect and make those tough decisions if that's what it comes to. But oftentimes I find that we overcomplicate things. And even in my own journey, I found that after I made a decision that I felt like that's going to be a tough decision, once I made that decision, I thought about it afterwards and said, that wasn't so bad. I feel like the process before making a decision is much tougher than actually after you actually decide. So take some time, reflect, think about what you want your life to look like, what you want your business to look like. And my advice to you is to start to build a business around your life and not a life around your business. So maybe that's a tough decision that you need to make. Take some time to write it out and then decide and then get into action. So in closing, I want to thank you for tuning in and being a part of the Black to Business family. Your commitment to growth and excellence inspires us each and every day, and we are honored to be a part of your entrepreneurial journey. Remember, the decisions you make today have the power to impact your tomorrow, so choose wisely and embrace change as a catalyst for growth and success. Together, let's continue to push the culture forward and create a future where anything is possible. See you back here next week, same time, same place. Later.